buildings pancaking down, one after another after another.
But now we don't know the death toll from yesterday's earthquake in Haiti. We do expect the death toll to be high.
So most of this people who are practically
Primarily, there's tons of, blunt trauma injuries from buildings falling on people, so we're going to need a lot of hydration, we're going to need a lot of wound management, and the team of nurses we have are all
respond to their needs. And so orthopedic supplies, that's what they asked for this morning. We're sort of scrambling to get those.
we're going to go and just jump right in and start working.
First of all, I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for watching this video, and also to say thank you to the community who's contributed so much to the Dartmouth Haiti response, and to all of those who have kept Haiti on their mind. I'm here to talk to you a little bit about disaster response. I'm not an expert in it, but when President Kim asked me to find planes, I helped with that. I want to talk to you about what you see when you see pictures of plight and of suffering, and how that moves you. And how a lot of that comes from goodwill and intention and good intentions, but that you should really ask, how can I help and how can I most effectively help? When you look at Dartmouth, we saw three entities which we had right at our fingertips. We had Dartmouth College, we had Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, and we had a tie to Partners in Health. Dartmouth College's first and foremost mission is academic. But when you have an academic institution that's dedicated to educating young minds to fix the world's problems, you also have a student body who's passionate, an alumni group that's passionate as well, and happens to be quite successful with planes and money. When you have Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center, their primary mission is to meet the needs of the community and of the medical needs of Hanover and the Upper Valley. But they also have experts in disaster response, and they have medical supplies, and they have medical teams. When you look at Partners in Health, you have a group which has been in Haiti for 20 years and has the infrastructure and support to mobilize. So sitting in that room a long time ago when President Kim looked and said, let's get a fleet of helicopters, we did just that. We got 8 planes down there, not helicopters, planes. But we got 25 medical professionals and 25 tons of medical supplies with support from thousands of you guys. And it's not important, the numbers aren't really what's important there, but it's what's important was what we did on the ground and the difference that we made in saving lives. And the difference also was made by asking what type of phase we're in and what were the needs. And there are 3 real different phases in any disaster response. There's the acute phase, there's the intermediate phase, and there's the long-term phase. And within it, there's different needs, there's different assets, and there's different strategies. In the acute phase, we sent 5 teams down. We sent the first as a medical surgical team. Second, we sent a team of nurses who did post-operative care. Then we sent a pediatrician and then a nephrologist to respond to the crush syndrome. Finally, we sent a rehabilitation team to work on therapy, and then also a needs assessment, which would help the large portion of the population that was disabled going forward. We've now entered the intermediate response. And what is an intermediate response? It's really not looking at what has to happen immediately as in the acute response, but looking at partnering with who's on the ground and who can make a more sustainable thing. So Partners in Health partnered with the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education in order to figure out what they needed and what they wanted. And Dartmouth is helping to respond in that manner too. We're helping to staff the University Hospital in Port-au-Prince, and at the same time, we're reaching out because we know Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center can't meet all those needs without compromising care within our own community. We're also working on an educational response, which is bringing students to Dartmouth to help continue their education so they can go back and rebuild. And now we've moved into the long term, or we're moving slowly into the long term. And what do we do for the long term? I think that's a really good question, whether it is that we continue to partner with the community, whether we work on infrastructure needs, whether we work on medical needs, whether we work on education, water, sanitation, those are all the questions. The biggest problem in any response is that we don't ask, what do we need? And we're moved. But we're moved in the wrong direction, and we don't ask the questions. President Kim's favorite quote, I'm sure you guys have all heard, is actually John Sloan Dickey's, which is, "The world's troubles are our troubles, and there's nothing in the world that better human beings cannot fix." And when I think you say better, that's the point of education, is to teach you how to solve problems. But it's not better meaning you're worthwhile. What we did in Haiti was not an act of heroism. It was really an act of humility and grace. I turned to a nurse who came back, and I said, thank you so much for going down there. You took so much out of your time. And she goes, I was just doing my job. We were workhorses. That was my job, to treat those patients. And when she came back and said that to me, I asked, what is our job? What's our job here, and what's our job going forward? Haiti was a silent disaster beforehand. They lacked infrastructure, and it wasn't until the walls that were crumbling down did the world really listen. So I ask us that when we go forward, we can continue to think about the silent disasters that are all around us, and not only on the front page, but on the middle pages and the side pages of the newspaper, and ask, what's the most effective way to respond? What are the needs? What are the assets? And then to act with humility. Thank you.